The Don Tony and Kevin Castle show contains explicit language and is intended for mature audiences only. But just because you're mature doesn't mean you can't be a little naughty.
By the way, what do you think about all of these celebrities really, really expressing their unbelievable, overwhelmingly spectacular support for Bruce Jenner?
I don't know. I mean, me and you were little kids in the 70s. We both remember Bruce Jenner in the 75. It was the 75 Olympics.
The Wheaties.
I'm a couple of years older than you. I remember I was maybe 7 when that happened. You were 5, I think. But you remember he was on the Wheaties, and he was an American hero. He was like, I always thought he was a little off, to be honest with you. Off as in, everyone was saying he was the symbol of manliness in the 70s. I don't know about that.
No,
I thought Schwarzenegger was and Bruno Sammartino, but I think Bruce Jenner was.
I
just thought it was funny. They were saying that the symbol of manliness in the 70s. I'm like,
no, you know who was the symbol of manliness in the 70s? Who was the swimmer that won all those medals that had the Scott Hall mustache?
Mark.
Jesus.
What the hell is his name? Fuck.
Someone in the chat room. I don't want to Google it.
Oh, God. It's going to drive me crazy. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, right? Mark Spitz.
He's like a Tom Selleck-looking guy in this Speedo.
Mark, my girlfriend doesn't spitz because she don't...
Mark Spitz. Yeah, Mark Spitz.
Yep, Mark Spitz.
Oh, my God.
That was the definition of a manly man from the Olympics in the 70s. Mark Spitz.
Yeah, Mark Spitz was... yeah, but you think of there's other guys too, and obviously football players like Lyle Alzado and John Matuzak, and the 70s. You think of guys like and then like ball players. You had some like badass ball players back then. I mean, yeah, I just thought it was funny that they're like the guy who's a poster on girls' walls. I don't remember that either. I don't remember that. I don't recall that. He was not on any teenage girls' walls that I knew. I don't know, like they had Al Pacino and John Travolta on their wall. I don't know Bruce Jenner, but but it makes for a bigger story because he was the manly man. I don't know. First of all, I think it's so late in life to do something like that, but whatever. I mean, listen, I think Kris Kardashian could drive anybody to do anything.
You know what we should do?
And I thought, by the way, talk about the politically correct bullshit apology tour that everybody has to do for everything they say. The Chris Humphries guy, who I think plays with the Wizards now, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
Kim Kardashian's ex-husband.
Yeah.
Just said, gee, I'm glad I got out of that family when I could. Didn't really take a shot at Bruce, but he had to apologize if he was even referencing
Pussification
that. It's such
of America.
a PC world. It's so sickening now.
You know what we got to do?
I can't even joke about stuff like that now. Well, Letterman and all those guys joked about it. They can do that because it's satire. But if you're making a comment, even a little quip. Kirstie Alley made a comment too about saying that, and she backtracked. By the way, she said
Pussification
people
of America.
Killing and dying or whatever for causes in wars. I would say that's heroic. Changing. She was basically saying what people's idea of a hero is today is kind of strange.
Yeah.
She had to apologize if she was referencing Bruce Jenner not being a hero. I mean, how ridiculous is this?
You know what we got to do? I got to get Steve Regal's WWE theme from the mid-'90s, and I got to add the word "was" in there. I'm going to put, he was a man, such a man, he was a man.
Anybody who's not supportive of him,
he was a man.
It's because they can't stand the fucking Kardashians, and they think they're a bunch of fucking talentless hacks. And he was just like a puppet on that show, and he had no personality. I don't know, to me, I don't know what arranged marriage or whatever that was, or I don't really fucking care. But I think that family's the epitome of what's wrong in this country. It has nothing to do with his sexuality, if he wants to wear a dress. That family's just a total turnoff to everybody. And he's affiliated with them big time. And now he's got 2 teenage girls who are going down the same horrible road that the other ones went down. So there's a lot of people who don't like him. There's a lot of people who do like him. There's a lot of people who don't like him. But that's everything and everybody. They want to. The news media is going to feel better if you give Bruce Jenner a 90% approval rating. What is he running for office? Well, who cares? He's almost a 70-year-old man. Who gives a shit? Live your life and address the rest of your life. Who cares? It doesn't matter to me. Does it change anybody's life listening to the show? Unless you're, he's a heroic figure to you. But I kind of understood what Kirstie Alley was saying about there's a lot of heroics going on in the world. I wouldn't define that as one of them. But of course, she said that she wasn't talking about Bruce Jenner. Why she would tweet that then, I have no idea.